another person that looks like a clown is James Comer. So Mike Johnson did his stupid press conference today, and apparently James Comer did an investigation into this. He looked through all the files, right? Of course.
This is chair of the committee.
This is James Comer. I guess we're just supposed to trust him. We're supposed to be on the honor system with James Comer, this fool, this bumbling right-wing idiot. And now he's saying that they've gathered all the evidence. They have all the evidence. They won't release all the evidence. But apparently James Comer fiddled through all the evidence with Gymnasium Jordan. And they're claiming that Trump didn't do anything wrong. But the person we should be looking into is Bill Clinton. Have a listen to this.
Let's be clear. Democrats don't care about transparency or accountability in this matter. The evidence we've gathered does not implicate President Trump in any way. Public reporting, survivor testimony, and official documents show that Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Epstein.
My name is James Comer. Let me tell all you guys.
Nothing to see here. I'll tell you what.
I think
Public reporting, survivor testimony, and official documents show that Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Epstein.
Let me tell you something.
Father.
Forget about that guy, Donald Trump, and forget about Epstein saying that Trump was his best friend for 10 years. Forget about all that. Forget about all that stuff. Forget about the fact that there was probably some sex trafficking going on at Mar-a-Lago. Forget about that. Even Donald Trump basically admitted it. Forget about all that. I think we got to look into that. But listen, you got to trust me, all right? You got to trust me.
When I lie to you, I'm in charge of the Oversight and Government Reform Committee. It's my job.
Let me tell you something.
Did he say farther than he was far? Didn't he mean closer? I mean, I don't want to nitpick, you know, but
if Donald
isn't
Trump,
the correct term closer?
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I've said this before. If there was video of Donald Trump sodomizing a child in the Oval Office, which there might be, by the way, I don't know. If there was, they would find a way to blame Joe Biden for it. And they would find a way to say that it didn't happen. James Comer is an idiot. He's been investigating the Biden alleged crime family for years, and they've found literally nothing other than Hunter Biden selling paintings. And now we're just supposed to take James Comer's word.
You know what they're doing? They're taking the redacted version, right? Because in March of this year, remember they pulled 1,000 agents to go through 100,000 pages, FBI agents, and remove Donald Trump's name. Now they have this report. Of course, it doesn't look like he did anything wrong.
Oh wait,
because it's been redacted.
But wait, I think
now they're farther.
Yeah, I think we got James Comer on the line. James, are you going to be investigating Bill Clinton?
Let's be clear. Democrats don't care about transparency or accountability in this matter. The evidence we've gathered does not implicate President Trump in any way.
Did you say Bill Clinton was
Reporting,
further?
survivor testimony, and official documents show that Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Epstein.
It's funny. Has Epstein ever said that Bill Clinton was his best friend? Do you
Clinton had far closer ties.
What are far closer ties? Do you know?
Why do we see all these videos and pictures of Donald Trump partying with Jeffrey Epstein?
I'll tell you what, when you're in the Sun Belt, that's how we do things.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a question. Rhetorical question, I guess. Was it Bill Clinton or Donald Trump that put Ghislaine Maxwell into a Club Med? Was it Clinton or was it Trump? I'm just trying to remember.
Well, Trump had a far closer relationship with her than
far closer ties.
Farther closer. The relation. This is the chair of the Committee on Oversight, saying this, and it's just ridiculous. It's embarrassing. It really is. And they're
had far closer ties.
They're willing to shut the government down. Okay, and I think a lot of it hinges on the Epstein files. They don't want to reopen the government because they know they'll get the 218th vote, and it'll be far closer than they think.
You know, it's almost like Comer would say. And by the way, there's nothing funny about sexual abuse or so. We're not laughing about that. But it's almost like Comer saying, listen, Bill Clinton sexually assaulted far many more women than Donald Trump did. It almost sounds like that.
10 is better than somebody who assaulted 20 women, but it's
James
only
Comer,
10.
You boob.
Bill Clinton had far closer ties.
Let me tell you something. Bill Clinton sexually assaulted far more women than Donald Trump.
I tell you
does not implicate President Trump.
What an idiot. What an idiot.
Wow, that girl looked better than a new set of snow tires.
Oh, my God. What a dope. It's like a mix between, like, Forrest Gump and like Kid Rock. Like, it's just, oh my God. Listening to his voice makes me want to vomit. Speaking of wanting to vomit, okay. Mike Johnson. Let's talk about Minnie Johnson for a moment. The man who monitors, and his son apparently monitors what porn Mike Johnson watches as well.
Well, it's all because they want to make sure that they're not watching too much or the wrong porn.
Well, here's little
Some
Mikey,
porn, but not all of it.
Here's little Mikey Johnson, the wholesome Christian, talking about the Epstein files. Again, defending pedophiles. Listen to this.
A leader, they don't have any identifiable set of policy solutions for the problems facing the American people. Their party continues to hit all-time historic lows in poll after poll after poll, and many of you have reported on that. These are objective facts. They're utterly lost as a party, and everybody can see it. So what are they doing? They see a shiny object, and they latch onto it. Democrats did not say one word about the Epstein files for the entire Biden presidency. They had all the files in the Biden DOJ. They didn't say a word about it. 4 years, not a word. And suddenly now they somehow convince themselves that the Epstein files will be damaging to President Trump and Republicans in some way that they've imagined. And so they feign outrage.
No, it's not
accurate.
Fake outrage. First of all, I think most of America hates pedophiles. I'd like to think. That's number one. And number two, this isn't fake outrage. Number three, there are Democrats that spoke out about the Epstein files. And when Joe Biden was president, Maxwell
There was plenty of them.
Maxwell was up in her case for trial, and they were sealed. Number four, even if that was the case, that Joe Biden and the Democrats didn't want to release the Epstein files, that doesn't make it right now that Donald Trump isn't releasing the Epstein files. It's a ridiculous excuse.
Yeah, Maxwell they started investigating the court hearing in 2019, and she was booked in right around the end of 21, beginning of 22. So the main sex trafficker who was accused and was found guilty was already booked.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Epstein, as we know, he didn't make it.
Yeah. So they're claiming that, well, listen, Bill Clinton, was in there and he's got closer ties
If
to
he
Donald
is,
Trump.
not to interrupt you, but if he is, then you know what? He deserves whatever he gets. He should be indicted if he is, and he should be prosecuted the same way as Donald
really,
Trump
and
everybody else.
Am I reading this the wrong way?
Brian, I'm a Democrat, and I
that
don't care if Bill Clinton is in there.
It sounds to me that I'm reading it like James Comer is saying, well, listen, Bill Clinton probably sexually abused more women than Donald Trump, so let's let this go. That's really what it sounds like
he's
to
going,
me.
my guy's not in there. There's no proof of this, but I'll tell you what, that Bill Clinton, Bill and his wife, they in there.
Surprised they didn't talk about the dossier in that press conference earlier today.